Hello and welcome to Ark Survival Evolved. This is kind of going to be a review. I'm just going to be showing off the good features about the game, but also I'm going to show off the bad and kind of the ugly features of the game. First here, I'm just going to show you some gameplay of me chopping down some trees to make a wood house. You'll notice that I have two tools here. The first is the hatchet and then the pickaxe. And use the hatchet obviously to chop down the trees, which I think is a good system. I mean, they could have a little bit better animations on this, but overall it's not bad. Sometimes you will notice that it's a little buggy and it might take me like 20 swings to chop down a tree, and other times it only takes me one swing. I've yet to figure that one out. And then this is an annoying part of the game, having to collect fiber because everything pretty much takes fiber to make it. But over time you'll just have tons of it. And then here you'll see that I'm going to get attacked by bugs while I'm just trying to see what I need to build it. And these things are, when you're going to first start the game, are part of the probably the most annoying part of the game, because they just randomly attack you while you're doing stuff, and they can be somewhat hard to defeat if you don't have good armor. Alright, so finally I got enough resources to build a wood foundation. So you just craft it like this, and I really do like the crafting system on this. It's pretty simple, everything is really straightforward, but at the same time it allows you to build pretty much anything you really want. So here I'm just going to put it down here. Okay, so I went and got all the resources that I need to finish off my house here. And you can see that I put them down onto my hotbar, so it's just a little bit easier to select them using the number pad on my computer. While I'm building this house here, I just want to talk about, I'm going to start making some Ark Survival Evolved videos. Not really Let's Plays, but just kind of overall videos of different things, top fives, some interesting things that might have happened that I recorded, just stuff like that. And if you want, can you please comment down in the comments and tell me what system you're on, like PC, Xbox. I just want to see kind of who my subscribers are, what my subscribers are playing on currently. Next big portion of the game, probably what brought you to it, is dinosaurs. You can tame a whole bunch of different types: herbivores, birds, kind of shell ones, and then obviously your carnivores, such as your T-Rex. And you can see here that they are pretty helpful. Here I was attacked by an animal while collecting berries, and kind of all of them ran in to kill it. And this is kind of a, I don't know if it's really good, but when you get spit on by those dillos, your screen turns green and you just can't really see, which makes fighting back hard when you're a low level. Alright, you can see here that obviously it's pretty fun to get on your T-Rex in my case and just eat a trike. It makes the game quite a bit easier, because once you kind of get a T-Rex or a Spino, you're pretty much set for anything wild other than alpha predators. And if by chance you get a little hungry, you can always also grow your vegetables. And you can see that here that I grew some carrots, and I'm just eating them because my guy was pretty hungry. Another part of the game is you can cook and make recipes. Here I'm just going to kind of show, I'm just putting a carrot in here. I know that's not a recipe. I'm sure some people will say something about it, but I was just kind of showing the overall process. And then, okay, so this is kind of into the bad section here. My friend tamed a monkey, and you can see here, if you look down in the bottom corner where the bottom area where my bar is, you can see that there's an animal's name down there, and every now and then you'll see him actually bouncing up and down. Somehow he glitched the ground, so now we have an animal just stuck underground, well, until he dies of starvation. Which I don't know if he will, but he might. And this is another bad part of the game, birds. Okay, so birds are probably one of the most useful things in the game, because they let you fly around and get to point A to B pretty fast. But you can see here, it's just really easy for them to die. If I'm flying by and I go past someone on a turret, like two shots and my bird's dead. I know that there's Argents and stuff like that, that your bird will survive some shots, but still it's just overall really annoying, and they quite often just fly away and freak out. That's also along with the fish that are kind of like the dolphins, they also just like randomly will die if they go out of water, like barely. So they're still kind of glitchy. Okay, and then this is the next part. Um, if you got on a large animal like a Bronto, when you get off, especially if you don't have like probably, I mean I have some armor on, but not a ton, and you can see my health there. It's at 210. And I'm just gonna get off here. I mean, I kind of go out, but not really. I was just walking, and I went out that far. And look at my health. It goes down a quarter. And this may not seem like a huge thing, especially if you have a lot of health and you have armor. But I mean, it does hurt your armor over time, but it just takes forever for your health regen. I'm gonna eat all my food here. You'll see that I'll still be like quite a bit low on health. And here I just sped it up, and this is at times 300 speed, and you can just see how slowly your health goes up. So when you don't think it's like a really big problem, that was just from jumping off one time. If you get off multiple times to get stuff, you're pretty much screwed. Right now that my health is regen, I'm gonna show you what I found to be the best way to get off these animals, but I still lose health, so if someone knows a way to get off these animals without getting hurt, go ahead and tell me, and I will post a video or something on it saying how to do it. But you can see here I didn't lose that much health, but I mean I still did lose health. Okay, and this next part is actually with the building. Sometimes randomly when you're building, your things face the opposite direction. I have yet to figure out why it happens all the time. Sometimes you can tell and it'll just snap, and then also sometimes when you're asleep. My friend was on the thing above, and he just, when he logged out, his body just fell through the flooring. Okay, now I'm going to go over the ugly portion of the game, which would be your frames per second in this game. I mean, I have a GTX 970 in my thing, and you can look at my FPS in the top corner. I mean, I'm just kind of walking around, and my FPS are going down pretty low. I mean, I hardly ever have them hit 60, and this is just with on medium view distance, and I turned it up to epic here, and you can see that my frames don't really change much even with me running around, which doesn't really make any sense other than, well, I can think that the world rendered already over here before I changed it. So once you get into a more hectic area, your FPS tank, like mine was down at 15 earlier when I tried playing on epic near a mountain, so that's what I've noticed. But if you like this video, go ahead and leave me a like, and if you have any questions about the game, comment on it and I'll try to get back to you. And then please subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you.